Hello everyone, welcome to Daffodil's Visual Arts. Today we are going to learn about silk. Let us dig deeper and learn about silk, life cycle of the silk moth, processing of silk, properties and qualities of silk. If you would like to watch the first part of this video, check out the link in the description. Silk. Silk is one of the most valuable fabric. It symbolizes wealth and prosperity. In earlier times, it was only reserved for kings and monarchs. Later, Romans sold it in the weight of gold. It is an animal fiber made from the cocoons of silkworms. Large numbers of cocoons are unwound together carefully to make long continuous threads. They stretched and spun together to make them thicker and then woven to make silk. Rayon is an artificial fiber and resembles silk. It is prepared from the cellulose obtained from wood pulp. It is also known as artificial silk. Life cycle of a silk moth. What is a silk moth? Silk moth is a large white insect. It mainly has 4 stages in its life cycle. Bombyx mori is a domestic silkworm that only eats mulberry leaves. A female silk moth lays up to 300 eggs. Let us now learn the different stages in the life cycle of a silk moth. The first stage is the egg stage. The egg is the first stage of the silkworm's life. A female moth lays up to 300 eggs and starts the cycle. The eggs are laid during summer and they hatch in spring and thus begin the second stage, which is the larvae. Larvae. Larvae are the ones hatched from the eggs laid by the silk moths. They are worm-like structures. Their size increases as they feed on the mulberry leaves. The growth stages of the larvae are given a scientific name. The stages are called insta. In terms, insta means the phase between 2 molting processes of the insect larva. During this stage, the larvae sheds their skin 4 times. The process of shedding their skin is known as molting. The next stage is the pupa stage. It is also known as the resting phase. We need a cozy cover around us. Just like the blanket we take while sleeping, these larvae make a coating around them. They secrete slimy thread-like structures from their mouth. They swirl their head in all directions when secreting the threads. As a result, a thick coating is formed around its body. This is called as the cocoon. After this, the organism is sessile. Sessile means not moving. It then starts to develop the organs which adult moths have. This stage lasts for about 3 to 7 days. The color of the cocoon ranges from white to gold and yellow. After all the organs are developed completely, the matured moth breaks out from the cocoon and flies away. Processing of silk. How is silk obtained? First, the cocoons are obtained before the larvae matures. It is done by dipping the cocoons in hot water. Boiling the cocoons in hot water gives a death to the silk moth. The process of obtaining silk threads by soaking cocoons in hot water is called reeling or filature. Filaments from 4 to 8 cocoons are separated and slightly twisted to create a single strand. Many strands together constitute a silk yarn. These strands are then spun into cloth by the weavers. Properties and qualities of silk. Silk is a soft and smooth fiber. It is very lustrous. It is the strongest natural fiber available. It absorbs moisture readily. It is cool to wear in the summer and warm to use in the winter. It can be easily dyed in multicolors. Health hazards in the wool and silk industries. 1. Irritation of eyes and skin. Various chemicals used for degreasing, disinfecting, bleaching, and dyeing can cause irritation of eyes and skin. Moreover, workers handling raw silk may get allergic skin reactions. 2. Sotter's disease. The Sotter's disease is a pulmonary form of anthrax. It results from inhaling the spores of the bacterium Bacillus anthracis. It is present in the wool of contaminated sheep. 3. Coccidioidomycosis. Besides anthrax, bacteria spores, spores of the fungus Coccidioides immites can be present in the wool. This fungus can cause a disease known as coccidioidomycosis, also known as California fever. This disease, if occurs along with anthrax, is difficult to treat. Other hazards: noise, inadequate lighting, high temperature, high humidity levels required for the processing of wool may have deleterious effect on general health. Moreover, dust in high quantities can irritate the respiratory tract, especially in those workers involved with tearing or carding action. All the moving parts in the machinery, particularly the looms in woolen mills, are often noisy places. Working in such high noise can be caused hearing loss. Such conditions can be prevented by using less dangerous chemicals, proper exhaust ventilation, personal protective equipment, good washing facilities, and strict personal hygiene. Thanks for watching this video, friends.